don't know who's responsible for this. We don't know why it happened, and whoever is responsible is out there somewhere.
And Lilia, what adds to the heartbreak the victims' relatives feel is the confusion coming from the police department and what they say did or did not happen. What's new on the investigation front, and is there now a second flip on what the police are saying?
Here's, the most confusing thing about this investigation has been, what to believe or what to understand from what police say. Initially, as we all know, they had said there's no threat to the community. This was a targeted attack. Later, they retracted the part about that there's no threat to the community, but they maintained that it was a targeted attack, and they have maintained that throughout the investigation and over these 2.5 weeks. Now, the prosecutor who's looking into this case, a local prosecutor, told a media outlet that the students, one or more, were undoubtedly targeted. Well, last night, police retracted that and said that statement was not entirely accurate, or that it may have been misunderstood or miscommunicated. And so it seemed for a while like it wasn't a targeted attack. Stay with me here.
Wow.
I just got a statement from the PIO, from the public information officer, from the police, who has been the main media liaison here, and I'm going to read it to you. It says, our clarification last night directly addressed comments made by the Latah County prosecutor, who said the suspect specifically looked at this residence and that one or more of the occupants were undoubtedly targeted. We remain consistent in our belief that this was indeed a targeted attack, but have not concluded if the target was the residence or its occupants.
The community of Moscow and this home on King Road are forever tied to the murders that took place inside. And that's why, as the community focuses on healing, the university has decided to demolish it.
Both the owner and the university agreed, and then consulted, of course, with the families, and agreed that demolition of the house would indeed happen, and happen as quickly as possible.
This home that's now been seen by people across the country will soon be gone.
For myriad reasons that all move toward moving the university forward, moving our community forward, and most importantly, remembering and honoring the 4 students that died.
Moscow Police Department with the state police and the FBI have brought in probably more resources than I've ever seen in an investigation in 30 years here in Latah County to try to answer those questions.
Let's get to the University of Idaho. You know that several of the families are upset about the idea that 1122 King Road is going to be demolished, right? And they made those concerns very evident to the university. One of the lawyers, now being retained by family members, actually communicated with the university. How do we know that? Because now a source connected to the university has given us the response, how the university responded to the family members through their lawyer, through their attorney. And what they wanted is not maybe necessarily what they're going to get. Not all the family members are on the same page, but the bulk of them, most of them are. They want preservation of evidence. They want the jury to be able to go on a go-see to this house if they so desire. One of the family members saw what happened in the Murdaugh case, followed the Murdaugh case, saw the jury go-see, and then more importantly, saw the conviction and thought, well, what bodes well down in South Carolina might bode well here in Idaho. Now the university has officially responded. And you might remember that the university just on March 24th sent all the family members a very kind letter with condolences and respect, letting them know the plan for the house. And that was back in March, okay? The plan then was, we plan to bring the house down likely by the end of semester. Please let us know if there's anything still inside the house you'd like us to get, barring any biohazards. We want to reunify you with your children's belongings. We're also going to clear many of those belongings out, bring them to a warehouse you can come and you can pick them up. That's post the original clearing of the house. Originally, items brought out, put into a U-Haul. Those were picked up by some family members. These are what's left in the house. Okay, that was the original letter. Now, this was the tone back then. It's my hope that the university's plan to remove the house helps in your healing. That's not how they felt. Many of the family members said no and sent an official request to the university saying, please keep it standing. So tonight I want to read you the entire text of what the university responded with, how they sent out a communique to the lawyer representing some of the family members. Okay, it says, thank you for your email and request for a meeting with myself and President Green. At this juncture, I intend to keep our communications at the level of correspondence between counsel. That means I won't meet with you. We're just going to speak lawyer to lawyer. I do want to inform you that I have determined to directly request from prosecution and defense counsel a formal indication whether they have any objection to demolition of the property as planned by the university. If there is any objection, I will ask that the issue be brought to the presiding judge for a determination whether the university should be stayed from demolition, and if so, whether the house should be placed back under the jurisdiction and protection of law enforcement. It's signed sincerely, K.N., and that's Kent Nelson, who is the acting general counsel for the University of Idaho. So, I mean, that's pretty direct, right? No, we're sorry for your loss, our condolences. Now it's just, hey, you've requested apparently a meeting. The university saying, we're not going to do a meeting with your counsel or at least with any family members that we know of. We're just going to communicate this way. And the way the university sees it, their next move now is to go directly to the prosecutors and directly to the defense and ask them if they have problems with a demolition of the house.